Yema obi biara akwaba eba Asante Heritage TV ewo YouTube. Me din ede edu sei. Mefa Asante Heritage TV afidi kesi so no mabora me chef kesi no me shade oti krowi. Ene krawe ene bran ngoma so na se tutu abibio. Kuntun kantan bo. One na akonadu yi adom kire na Asantehene. Na me de enchia soronko akwa Sankare. Akoma me maame nana abena kirewa eye na Asankare man himo ni nana matena nkonwa ewo Asankare man mu nyina na mafa Asante TV afidi kese so de enchia soronko ama kwabre wawa Asantehene eye nana ya osupani abebio kwabre wawa Asantehene no anso na ye otumfo echem ehene na mafa afidi kese so de enchia soronko ama bafo okwaku amwate oyeja achehene oni ni nuanom na amensa bonsu na aka Asantehene ene nana kwabena nti eye nana abodom hene na mafa afidikesi so ede enchia soronko ama nana kumanyini eye ohene ba Asampehene ni benkum hene eno no me de enchia soronko befa afidikesi so ama no a eburu yewura eye advanced team a efi UK omo command asrafo mu a omo ebe pie Ghana eko menhye fikasiem ene yewura omkochia yewura na yewura de nsem atodwa aka nsem kakra yenkontie ensem a yewura eka ya na se lectures a yewura edema wono mo a ebae yenkotie.
It gladdens my heart to see you here in the palace. Sure. And I'm sure they must have taken you to the museum and other places in Kumasi to see where we are. So, looking at you is just like looking at my army officers who are here. So, General over the General Officer Commandant and his people are similarly looking the same, doing the same things as you do, looking after us, protecting the country, and then to make sure that there's peace within our borders and everything. So, we on our part are also making sure that our people live in peace, and therefore trying to make sure that peace evolves everywhere in the part of Ghana. So, you know, Ghana is democratically elected. We elect our leaders and everything, but we need peace to develop. So my duty, together with the traditional authorities, to make sure that there's peace everywhere. And therefore, we make sure that we adjudicate over issues when there are conflicts in communities and everywhere, so that the government would also can have peace to do its developmental work. So that's exactly what we also try to do. We support the government of the day to make sure that, like a development catalyst, so that we make sure that our people have development and then have peace in relation to education, in relation to health. We do as much as possible to complement what the government does. But Ghana is a peaceful country, democratically electing our presidents. Elections come and go, but fortunately, we've been able to sail through all these issues, because if there are any issues, there are elders like us who would also be able to complement it by talking to the politicians to calm down. Fortunately, when we speak to them, they listen, and therefore we've been able to move through. Speak to them, they listen, and therefore we've been able to move through as it is done. A true example is what happened in December, where we had elections and proper handing over and everything. So, in a nutshell, we live in a peaceful country where the rule of law, constitutionality, the rule of law, it's most important to everybody. Human rights are also very much respected and everything. We are here, the west coast of Africa, and then in the Sahelian, that is where our concerns were. But I believe our soldiers here have been doing the best to maintain our borders and security for us. Recently, there has been some communal skirmishes in the upper top of the range of Ghana, where closer to Burkina Faso. But we are doing every effort to to make sure that we have peace in that area. So it wouldn't allow for the penetration of terrorism and everything to come in. So fortunately in Ghana, I can assure you that we've been blessed with humility, understanding. Each one is her brother's keeper, and therefore we move on. Tribal wars are not here because we all live. Religious wars are not here because if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, if you're a traditionalist, you are respected. Everybody accepts that, and we live in harmony and everything. So that is exactly what we are doing. I have confidence in the armed forces. They are doing very well, but they need support also. Equipment and funding and everything. Our funding alone cannot, when they have to go, when we call them up, for example, some of the equipment that they need. I know Britain is also going through some tighter moments, but you do better than us, so we need the support. The training and everything is one, but the equipment are also some of the things that we require to support them in their training and everything. We thank you, and I believe strongly that during your tour of Ghana, you've seen so much, you've been told so much, you've gotten to know the history and everything. So we thank you for coming. And you're always welcome to come to Kumasi anytime that you want. Thank you very much for this afternoon.